If you're in London and you'd like to join us at our biggest live show ever, we will be at the Clapham Grand on October 16th, and we would love to see you there.
We've got a special surprise.
Woohoo!
Yes!
TrustyHogs.com/tour.
Thank you, Andrew. Hello and welcome to episode 155 of Trusty Hogs. My name's Helen Bauer. This is Catherine Bohart. This is a podcast. It doesn't really have that much of a format.
How dare you?
Technically we say we talk about our perfect lives, but usually the perfect lives comes out of me going, I've got depression, you're like, me too. And it's like, and then we solve a listener problem. It's just banter. It's just fun. And at the end of it, we bring out a hog. Welcome to Trusty Hogs.
Through the fog, step forth the trusty hogs. Yeah, you're gonna give them your problems and they will solve them. Or maybe they won't, and that's your problem. They'll have guests and Andrew White on the tech. Oh, it's Helen and Catherine as the trusty hogs. Trust the trusty hogs, or maybe not.
Welcome. What an interesting indictment of our podcast.
Thank you.
Also, I think you're missing the real thrust of the week, which is that fresh off the heels of Fashion Month, you and I have both made massive purchases. I will be honest, was nervous about mine until I saw yours.
Do you really not like this?
Not like is like so far from even the like my reaction is it hasn't even got into the sort of the discernment of my because the color is beautiful on you, but it's more I'm confronted so that I can't even decide about my feelings of pro or con, because I'm like, so this, you're telling me this is a product that sells out, is it?
I believe it will. Yeah.
Oh, you believe it will.
For the benefit of the listener, about 20 hours ago to the dot, I was made aware by several people on Instagram forwarding me that Primark had released its first Groovy Chick range. I proceeded to lose my mind.
So many years after the height of her fame, but okay.
I wouldn't say so many years. Bang on the Door Shop UK has been running for quite a few years. Helen A, shout out, did buy me a Groovy Chick drawstring, I'd say 5 years ago. I then acquired a t-shirt from ASOS once.
When you say a drawstring, you mean
like a backpack.
Okay, gosh.
Yeah, do you remember those like Nike drawstrings for school, and then you'd have the Nike drawstring on, people go, oh, be careful, there's a tick on you, and you'd be like, where, but it was just the Nike tick from the logo.
We had
it was just
schooling
banter.
Experiences.
It was just banter.
Yeah, for sure.
So here's
if they're the
thing.
people who gave us Gaviscon, I can't even judge them.
Gaviscon, that's a good
It'll
joke.
never, so come on.
I think that was in the extras. Join Patreon, please. This is what I believe the height of fashion at the moment. Right. Groovy Chick range at Primark. I obviously managed to get in there this afternoon. I went to the BBC.
Is it towel? May I ask? Is it
it's
towel
fleece.
or is it like
it's fleece? It's fleece.
It's fleece.
It is, and they had some t-shirts, but the t-shirts were just like, they were all cropped and just like not my style. I also
and this is your style.
100%. Okay,
amazing.
You're being really mean.
No. I'm just checking in. So is it day wear or is it like pajama wear?
It was in the pajama section, but I believe it is my choice.
That makes a lot more sense. Yes, it is your choice. Your body, your choice.
My body, my choice.
Yes. Your
my
Groovy
fashion.
Chick, your fashion.
I went in and I was like, I cannot believe there's still any left. I thought it was sold out at 9 a.m. I nearly left earlier before I went to this BBC recording to get it beforehand. And I thought if I show up late there with all my goodies, they'll be annoyed.
They'll be on to you, yeah, for
so
sure.
I managed to run in afterwards. I could not believe there was anything left.
You're touching your own boobs more than you usually do because they're so soft. Yeah.
And I do, okay, technically I think it is nightwear, but like how could I confine this to the house?
No, and you shouldn't.
And I mean, there'll be a picture up on Instagram of me wearing it, but it's lavender. Yes. And it's covered in daisies and the Groovy Chick face all over it. And there was loads of Gen Zs in the shop who were like, oh my God, why are all these like big 30-year-old women losing their bloody minds? And they were like...
Were there more of you?
Oh, yeah. I felt like the absolute state of us in that shop.
Excuse
all of
me,
us just like, oh, get away from it. Like, and we're big girls. I know it because this is technically a medium. How mental is that? Medium/large.
I have no comment on that. But
I know, because I would usually be a 2XL. But in Groovy Chick clothing,
Primark,
I'm a medium/large.
I think Primark do size big and I'll never, ever, ever hate them for it. I love them for it. I just think it's like, well, listen, either that or ever. I mean, honestly, women's sizing is such a fucking joke. I'm like all over the shop depending on which place I go to. But I do feel like Primark they're gentle to us in that regard. They are just like, 10-ish.
Do you want to hear?
Don't worry about it. Eat your dinner. And I like that as a tagline. But wait, you don't want to know about my fashion purchase?
Can I finish this first?
Oh, sorry. There's more to say on Groovy Chick.
Well,
My
you
apologies.
said women's sizing is often a joke.
Yes.
Andrew just told a very funny joke about women's sizing.
Which was?
Because I went, this is a medium/large and M/L. That's mental, isn't it? And then you said,
No, come on, sorry.
Is the size mental?
No.
Oh no, wait.
Because
what
you're
was
about
it?
to put horrible words in my mouth.
Oh no.
You're because what Helen's about to say is, oh, does the M stand for morbidly obese? Which is not what I said.
Just haven't noted the room is losing their mind.
What actually happened was Helen said, this is a medium. I'm morbidly obese. And then I said, maybe that's what the M stands for. I didn't interject.
Where's my... When you said ML to me, my brain went mental to lunatic.
Both really good.
Both pretty rude, actually.
I'm sorry, I realised now that made it sound like you were just like walking around calling me morbidly obese. I am morbidly obese. But is that what that's funny.
Also, morbidly obese is like it's like a very like judgment. It's like laden. That's a like heavy.
We are, yeah.
No, I mean,
What?
I mean, it's imbued with a lot of societal stuff that
Yeah.
you don't necessarily, not everyone wants to take on.
But I think if we're doing morbidly from that angle and not the morbidly obese angle, like we're all morbidly obese, like everyone's going to die, right?
Exactly, like
Yeah.
exactly that. It just feels a lot. It just feels very like fat people will die, and it's like yeah, we'll all die.
We all do, isn't that
and
awful?
thin people do not want to admit that to themselves.
No, but
It's
they're the
really-
ones that die faster, I reckon.
I know, it's all the stress.
They're so
It's too much cardio.
strained.
And they are.
And one more thing.
Oh, please.
You're gonna now feel defensive over this because I love it. There were Gen Zers in Primark,
Yes.
and they were like, "Why is everyone there? Why is everyone looking at this stuff?
Yeah.
What is it? Charlie and Lola?
What's Charlie and Lola?
It was like a kids' TV show where the girl just had blonde hair. Like,
But it's
Are you
obviously
serious?
Groovy. Even I know it's Groovy Chick.
I know.
You know, I had a tin Groovy Chick pencil case in school.
Slay.
It was blue, and it was perfect. And it was the exact same right shape for drawing circles around. You know, when you needed to do faces as a kid.
Yes.
Perfect.
Yes.
Perfect. Look,
Tell me about
I'll be
your
honest.
fashion
Well,
now.
no, I was nervous about these sunglasses before today because I was like, they're a bit outlandish. It's quite colourful. It's a bit like much for me. Maybe they make me look like a pervert. But now that I've seen you, I feel fine about my yellow lens glasses.
I love them. They're so fun.
Do I look a little bit? I was like, I feel like either I look like I'm editing a magazine or like I'm a pervert, and I think it can be both.
I think they're fashionable
I think it can and it is.
now.
It can and it is. And also it was 2 for 1, so I got a normal pair of glasses, and then I was like, I'm gonna take a risk, and I'm glad
love
I did.
them. Where are they
Yeah.
from?
Meller. I got sold so hard on Instagram, so obviously, and also it had this thing on Instagram where you could try on the glasses by putting a photo of your face in a filter. Hello, I think I mainly bought it for that. Yeah, so obviously I was like, okay, fine, because I really need to save money right now, so I went for the 2 for 1 glasses.
And like, I know I had yellow
doesn't make any
overlay
sense.
glasses when I was little, but they for reading to help like with keep the words
oh, I
in
have
place.
no idea. I just thought they looked cute.
Oh, they're not like a medical thing.
Are they medical, Andrew? Am I a medical pervert?
No, I don't think so, no.
Could
Just
you
a regular
Google?
old pervert.
Oh.
I think they're so cool. Do you remember?
I think
like,
they're just for checking out like men who are in an inappropriate age category.
yeah.
Do you know what I'm saying?
I
It's
don't know why I went along with that.
I liked it. I liked that you did while you stroked your own toweled self. I mean, fleeced. Helen, huge week for me.
Talk to me.
Huge week. Well, first of all, I've worked out that I live relatively close to the Olympic swimming pool
You do live close to it.
and that you're allowed to go there.
Yes.
2 huge realizations for
Wasn't that
Catherine.
like Sebastian's whole thing? Like we'll do the Olympics, but we'll keep the legacy alive.
I don't know that I'd listened to Seb that closely, so fair play
Okay.
to you.
Fair play to me.
But yes, so Ellen and I ran there. We ran with backpacks. It turns out I don't like that. Running's already hard enough. But we worked out a new system for next week because we're going to make Tuesdays our swim day.
Great.
Anyway, because of course we've done something once, so we were like, we must make a rule about this. So Tuesdays. But we went and we swam in the 50-meter length pool. And it turns out that is much longer than a 25-meter length pool, by which I mean you get to like 30 meters and you're like, the wall is surely now. It'll be along. Where's the wall? And then the end, you're like, the wall. It's so stressful. But also everyone swims there with a sort of ever-present sense that at one point Olympians did.
Okay.
So like we're all bang average swimmers, but everyone's swimming like they couldn't possibly take a break at the wall. Like none of us have ever done that in our lives. And so it's like you got to keep moving. So we swam like ridiculously fast and quite much further than I would ordinarily have done in that time.
But say you're amazing at so many things, but swimming?
I'm a pretty strong swimmer.
Okay, I've seen you swim. You know what? We should race.
You're like twice my length. I think you'd win, my guy.
I'd hope so.
But also, aren't you a strong swimmer as well?
I'm an incredible swimmer.
That's great.
Incredible.
My parents were really like ardent about us learning to swim because neither of them could swim until they were adults, and then they took lessons, which I think is really brave to do as an adult because obviously that's fundamentally embarrassing.
My parents too.
And no, I can swim.
I'll believe it when I see it.
I did the.
I don't trust it, Catherine. I've seen it. I've seen it.
That's okay.
I do not trust it.
That's like me
Let's
being
get
like,
some water in here and make a little race of it.
we're having a fight.
I don't think we are.
Let's hold hands.
No, I don't want to now.
You don't want to do a compliment
No, because
circle?
now I'm nervous because I've said that I want to fight Catherine. Not fight Catherine. I want to do a swimming competition, but I feel like I've done this 5 times before, and every time she does win, I do want a compliment circle.
Shall we just do a little compliment circle? It got really tense.
Yeah, it did get really tense.
Everything's okay. Do you?
You say sorry, then I'll say sorry.
I'm sorry.
Why are you sorry?
Because I think that you wanted to be better than me at something, and probably you are a better swimmer than me. And I think maybe I hurt your feelings by not loving Groovy Chick as much as I should have.
There we go.
And that's crazy for me because she influenced my childhood too. And I think you look amazing. And I think probably it would have sold out. So you're smart as well as stylish.
I just needed that from you, and
Yeah.
now I'm going to say sorry because I think that I was holding that.
Yeah.
Because I put it on and it
Yeah.
wasn't the best reception.
I'm so sorry.
And I just bought it, and I was really happy, and I was
How much
really
did it cost?
excited. £19.
Oh, fine. I mean, that's great.
Can you
a
see
bargain.
how this?
A
Okay.
bargain.
And then I lashed out at you with the swimming thing because, but you weren't fast.
Yeah, because I was just sort of
Okay, because you were
drunkenly
doing a
doing
specific
a
thing.
length to
Okay.
cool down with my.
So
getting
then
my
I'm
hair wet.
sorry that I didn't see you swim fast that day. I saw you swimming.
Yeah.
And I think your nails are really nicely manicured today.
Thank you. I did them myself.
And they're really gorgeous. I
Thank
like your
you.
ring. I
That's
think your
nice.
earrings are very well placed on your ear. And
It's gotten weird now.
I like your yellow glasses.
Thank you. That's kind of you to say.
Shall we do better in the future?
I think we probably should.
And that is how female friendship goes.
And that's
It's a
female
nightmare.
friendship.
It's a fucking nightmare. You
Speaking of-
cannot.
oh my
okay, sorry.
gosh.
You went swimming. People were competitive, but you.
Oh no, I was actually just saying that like I'm a strong swimmer and I found it quite intense. Like the vibes were intense, but I had a lovely time. And then we poodled home in the cold, and it was really like an invigorating start to the day. But this morning, I'd obviously, because of the swimming, decided I'm like some sort of new person. I was like, I can do hard things. And
Is this another exercise class?
no, this morning I did this American woman's Spotify
Okay.
like interval training. So you listen to her as you go along. It's not an exercise class. It's like a guided run.
Okay.
And she was truly like a parody, like a Black Mirror version
Yeah.
of a coach in this run. She would be like, this is going to be their hardest run, but don't worry about it. It's your hardest push, but I know you can do. I'm proud of you. And I was like, sorry, you're laughing at the people who are. It was like she couldn't contain her smugness over the record. I was like, you could just edit out these horrible little giggles. Why are you doing this?
That's really. Do people like it? She got loads of subscribers.
I don't know, but I really like. I was like, well, but she the worst part was I was killing myself in the park, and then I heard her turn a page. So she hadn't even learned off her fucking 20-minute routine. I was like, oh, I'm furious. You're work in progressing this interval run with me.
Oh my god.
Anyway, can you tell that? And then I my dishwasher wasn't working perfectly and everything wasn't coming out
There's a lot
spotless.
going on here.
So then I cleaned out the filter and washed everything in it and washed the dishwasher and tried to figure out what was going on. And I think what I'm trying to say is that I'm struggling with not being as busy as I usually am. And I'm not comfortable in rest time.
But you've just finished the Radio 4 show
I
and you're
know.
still on tour.
I know. What has happened is I've come back from Edinburgh.
Yeah.
I've come back from the radio show making all of that
Yeah.
very, very, very busy. And I always do this because our jobs are like either overwhelmingly busy
Yeah.
or sort of eerily quiet.
Yeah.
When I get to the overwhelmingly busy, I'm always like, fuck, I should have rested.
Yeah.
But the second the eerie silence sets in, I'm like, I'm invisible. I need to keep, if I don't keep moving, I'll die. If I don't keep moving, I'll die. And then I have to do things all the time. And I'm just like, oh, I'm at least interested and curious in the fact that I noticed that this time.
Yeah.
And I need to be like, take a second and a breath and maybe just have a rest.
But that is inherently like an anxious part of your brain coming out. That's
Oh,
like,
yeah,
I'm
yeah, yeah.
failing.
Yes.
Like, and I understand that. Have you talked about that in therapy ever?
Yes, Helen, yes.
What techniques did they give you?
You know, relax and stuff. Oh, God.
Did they just say relax and stuff?
No, you're so good. You see, Helen, what you do that I've never done with therapy is that you take the stuff they say and then you like do it.
You have to. It costs so much.
It's amazing.
Not to do it.
I'm like, I hear you. That is an interesting observation.
But your brain clearly needs to believe that there's productivity happening.
Yes.
But it is obviously with comedy, productivity is all part of it. Like,
and also what they do say in therapy is to notice it, which at least that's like the first time I actually have. I was like, what is going on with this frantic need to fill the time and exercise so much and do something in the house all the time. Anyway, I was like, that's interesting. So I've decided that the way that I make myself relax is to become addicted to, and this is true, a very engrossing television show.
which one?
Actually, I might save it for the ex.
Okay.
Well, there's two I'm into.
It's a Married at First Sight.
One of them is,
yes.
yes.
Oh my God,
I'm loving it. Also, what is wrong with men?
Do not get me started. Are you up to date as of last night?
Helen, I could talk about this literally all day. Shall we talk about it in the extras?
100%.
Otherwise it will take over the whole episode. I'm so in. It's crazy. I can't think about anything other than them when I'm not watching them.
Just tell me you love Sasha. Sasha's with Ross.
Oh my God. Yes. But also when Ross told his story of his past relationship.
Oh my God, I don't even remember
Oh,
that.
no,
That was
wait,
like a week ago.
Ross is the Geordie.
No. That's the one that's with Christina.
Yes.
Ross is deaf.
Oh my God, I'm obsessed.
Ross.
When he had to explain abstinence, that's abstinence. And she was like, my celibacy. And I was like, I'm obsessed with them. Both of them are so adorable. I love them. Yes. Okay, save it for the extras because honestly I could do a whole episode and we're not a TV podcast, but we should be.
We should be.
Oh my God.
I've got so much to recommend.
Me
too. Do you
too.
want to hear what I'm going through at the moment?
I'd love to.
I've made the biggest life decision I've ever made. Okay, ready for this? I'm not getting depression this winter. I have decided.
What? Wait a second. Was it always a decision before? You've just been deciding to.
I feel like I've
get
never been
depressed?
like absolute. I'm not getting it. Like part of me is always preparing to get it, right?
Okay.
And be like, I've got to go away in January. I've got to do that. But as we know from either the extras in last week's episode or the actual episode last week, that I am trying to buy a flat at the moment. So that holidays go bye-bye, like during that process. So I still don't know how much it's going to cost to buy because it's not clear because there's always extra costs, right?
You have to pay for solicitors, I assume.
Oh my, yeah. Did you know about solicitors?
I know that you
That's
have to
mad.
get one when I've never bought a flat, so I don't know. But
Yeah,
I know
you have to have one.
and you presumably have to pay for one as well. Can't you represent? Can't you be like, I'm representing myself?
No, you've got to be part of this association, which it's been made very clear to me. I am not a part of that association.
That's annoying.
It's bullshit. So
I love that you asked if you could represent yourself because you know the answer.
may I please do everything?
I will be
sale?
representing myself in the case of me versus this house. Or what is it?
Flatty.
Flat.
It's called Flatty.
Yeah, but yeah.
Flatty.
Flatty.
Who was it I told my living room theme if I do get it to? And they were like,
You've
Catherine's
already
going to be
themed
so
it.
upset. I can't remember who it was I said it to. I was like, my living room theme's going to be Agrabah. Like Aladdin. Agrabah. And they were like, have you spoken to Catherine?
I'm not
And I
upset.
was
I'm just
like,
not
no.
helping. That's my thing. Is I'm like, I have an incredibly phenomenal, brilliant DIY expert who I can bring with. I am so good at cleaning. We will come and play mom and dad.
Agrabah.
But I will not help with that.
Agrabah. Maybe Groovy Chick now.
I'm not helping.
I went to school with
I'm
a
not
girl
helping you groovy chickify your flat.
who had a Groovy Chick bedroom.
While I rent somewhere I can't even
Could you
pay.
imagine?
Absolutely not.
But
No.
I'm not getting depression this winter. I'm not doing it.
Okay, so circle back. What are your preventative measures?
Okay.
Other than deciding, which obviously I'm sure will work.
Fully decided. Sad lamp is already out. Okay. Heating
In
is going
October.
on when it needs to be on. I'm not like.
Have you needed to put it on yet? I haven't.
So Neil's had it on. When
What?
I was away for a full week last week.
Listener,
going
we
around
are recording on
Scotland.
October 2nd. He had the heating. Oh,
I didn't spill it. I didn't spill my tea.
she just spilled her copy all over the
You
tea.
literally spilt the tea.
I spilled the tea.
You spilled the tea.
I'm sorry.
The tea is that Sunil had the fucking heating on in September, you're saying to me. And we'll need to clean that up.
But he also didn't ask me, right? I got back from Scotland.
He
I'd been
made
away
this
for
decision
5
like a Lone
days.
Ranger?
And I was like, we got in and I was like, it's really warm, isn't it? And he went, oh yeah. And I was like, was the heating on? He went, I mean, I had it on timer, but it was like really shifty. And
He
I was
already said it on time.
so he'd already had it on, but I'm also, the part of this year is I'm not fighting that. I'm just like, yeah, we need to be warm. Part of that is being warm and cozy. I've stocked up on magnesium.
Sorry, no, I need you to rewind. Sorry,
Okay.
there's no way. It is, 16 degrees today? 13 lowest. Today is October 2nd. You're telling me last week in September. He needed to have the heating on to be warm.
And this is, no, you're ruining my depression.
You live in
'cause
a
I'm going to start
flat.
to get pissed off about this.
Sorry.
He
Sorry.
also doesn't like, when people like don't dress warm and then they're like, oh,
He's
it's really
walking
cold.
around in t-shirt and shorts being like, we have to put the heating on.
Sort of,
Get to
yeah.
fuck.
It's like, put on proper slippers, put on your dressing gown, or like, I have so many blankies. I'm like, put a blankie over you when
He's
you're watching
such a
your
hairy
TV
man.
shows.
You're fine.
And he's not putting on blankie. He refuses to use hot water botty. Like, and I've got.
It's September. It's not even cold enough for those things.
I don't know. I don't mind a hot water botty in the bed around September time just to warm
Sure,
it up a
but-
little bit on my tootsies. And on my vagina as well when my womb lining's shedding. Am I right, ladies?
Yes, that's fair. That's fair. If you had to put it on your vagina, you're not putting it on your tummy.
I put it straight up the cunt.
That makes sense. That makes sense.
I hear it from the inside.
Yeah. You gotta do what you gotta do, girl.
I just saw Em
Fine.
out the corner of my eye writing, which means in Em's mind that is a possible clip for social media. And let me be the first to say that will
thank
not
you.
not pass Meta's guidelines. But I admire the ambition. Cunt up.
Yeah, I don't think that's right.
Okay, my other plan?
Wait, so you're just gonna not get annoyed by him doing that?
I'm not going to get annoyed, and I'm also just going to allow myself to
That
be
is the energy of a
comfortable.
woman who thinks she's moving out soon. That's like, okay,
Oh my God, is
okay,
it?
yeah, okay, great, amazing, great. Because is he going to move in with you to your flat if you buy it?
Probably not. I don't know.
Are you going to live by yourself?
Yeah, it feels really emotional though. No, probably not by myself. I think a friend will probably move in with me. I'm not ready to live alone. The
Really? 'Cause
idea
I
really
had-
frightens me.
Okay, because I had a theory based on our last time we talked about. Well, we don't have to talk about this, and we can talk about it in the extras if you'd rather.
Yeah.
But I had a theory about when you were talking about food and feeling observed. That if you didn't feel so observed, would you feel?
See, I think the opposite. I think it'll bring out like more of the need to only eat at home, whereas the encouragement is to be able to eat everywhere, right? Instead of feeling so observed.
Interesting.
Also, I've got like a funny new joke about that.
Go on.
About like, people like, I think we've talked about it in the podcast before. Like, if you've got like any sort of eating disorder, when people are watching you eat or having to eat in public in front of people, you can feel very self-conscious and very awkward. That's just a very common thing for people. And people are like, oh, that's such a shame. It's so unnatural because you should be able to eat when you're hungry. Like, that's the natural thing. I'm like, I think it's so natural to not want to be observed when you're eating. Because think of a squirrel, right?
Thinking of one, yeah.
Okay, they're having a nibble on an acorn. Someone takes out their camera. They're like,
Yeah.
just holding it because they don't want to be observed, right?
Yeah.
No animal likes being watched eating.
Yeah.
All the David Attenborough documentaries, it's like lions absolutely pounding an antelope. And then as soon as the camera gets close, it's like, don't film me. This is not my best moment. I know this is a bucket for 4. Like, and it's just sudden like shame takes over them.
Yeah.
And they are aware because the animal's shame, I think,
It's
is the same
private.
as mine because they're happy to lick themselves in front of anything. They'll clean themselves, lick themselves. They're fucking all the time on BBC Two. I don't know if you've noticed.
Yeah. Gosh,
It's an epidemic
when you
in
say
itself.
it like that. Yeah.
So that's my.
You're
Isn't
right.
that funny?
Eating is shameful. That's the takeaway from the.
Never do it in public, particularly
You
if you
mustn't.
identify as a woman.
You
Okay,
mustn't, yes.
that is grim and it is gauche.
I'm always perturbed by any argument that starts with the logic that we should do things because that we should do things because that's what animals do. It's a real like right-wing man on Twitter energy, which
I
is
know
like,
what you mean.
well, in the natural world, and you're like, yeah, the thing is though, like we have phones,
Yeah.
and like tertiary services and
Wait, what's a tertiary service?
like third sector, like like charity and provisions of things. Like we also have like just opposable thumbs and
for sure.
like and education. I just feel like we can be better than that.
Totally. And also that whole like pushing the bird out of the nest thing, they always push the weakest one out of the nest. Like you don't do that.
No, not God, no.
But if we're going to, I will remain in the nest. Slay. I'll crush my siblings, no stress. It's my Groovy Chick jumper. Okay, part of my depression plan.
Sorry, yes, please.
Okay, so I was with previous guest Tamsin Kelly.
HBDP.
Hey, oh, what's that?
Helen Bauer Depression Plan.
Ooh!
This could be your new illness. If anybody asks, obviously you have to have some sort of acronym.
HBDP.
I will say there is an
HBDP.
alternative DP that maybe we should. Maybe I'd personally change it. That's
What's
just from-
DP?
Oh, okay.
Dick problems.
Dick
Oh,
pic.
yeah, I like that though. That'll be ED though, erectile dysfunction.
Okay, sorry.
What's DP?
Double penetration.
HBDP.
Is that like every hole's a goal sort of a thing?
Yeah, that's
Like
like
Leaky Submarine?
I've not heard that before. What's Leaky Submarine?
It's when you try and fill every hole.
Oh. Yeah.
You know, like when guys come up to your nightclubs like, oh, I'm going to play Leaky Submarine on you, love. And that's when they try and plug you up.
Someone has said that to you?
Yeah, it's a common phrase. It's a common phrase. It's a common phrase. It's a common phrase. I'm not like, stop looking at me. Stop looking at me like that.
You didn't believe
Leaky Submarine.
Helen, you
Hello?
Helen, you didn't believe monkey on my back was a phrase, but you're going to try to
not
make
doing this again.
leaky submarine a common phrase.
It's the thing. We're playing Leaky Submarine.
Do you know how many men have come up to me? I mean, indeed,
Plug her
people-
up, we're going down. It's Leaky Submarine time. I can't think of when I haven't used it. Daily. Daily.
Helen, ever since we've had that clip go out, all I get is people being like, does she finally believe it's a phrase? And me being like, she will not believe that monkey on the back is a phrase. But you're trying to make this like a common daily occurrence.
I hate this podcast today. I am feeling very attacked.
Leaky submarine.
Leaky Submarine.
That's disgusting. Tell me about your depression
That's
plan.
disgusting. Double penetration from him.
Well, I didn't say that.
So what holes are we talking about then?
Dealer's choice.
Mouth and like
It
hog
shouldn't be
roast.
dealer's choice. It should be table's choice, surely.
Well, I suppose.
Where's your consent?
Dealer's choice.
Dealer's choice. That's outrageous.
I suppose there's multiple options and multiple interpretations. You could say 2 in 1 hole. You could say 2 separate holes.
2 in 1 hole.
You know what I
Yeah.
would like if I was to pick
2
two
in
holes?
1 hole.
Yeah, it's been done.
2
Two penises in one hole.
Yeah.
Ah! No.
You'd have to
yeah.
really
Sorry to
elasticate the
scream.
asshole.
Huh? Is it asshole? That's the
If-
tightest one.
This is a fun game. If everyone in the room,
Sorry.
you can't move on.
Who chooses the tightest one for 2? That's mad.
But like, maybe you have to think of the smallest peens and the biggest asshole, and then there might be room for a third. Hello.
I don't want to think about the littlest penis in the biggest hole.
You know
The
when you have like a
gapiest
really
arsehole.
big shit and it, no. I'm gonna stop.
I hate this podcast
I can't believe
today.
it's me. I know. I'm gonna steer it away from that. Here's a fun
You're going to
game.
steer it away from yourself. You could have steered it away just before you said it.
Here's a fun game for all of us and the listener at home. Which 2 holes would you
No,
like to
I
have
don't
played
want- don't
with
message
on
me.
your body?
No.
For me, I'll go first. Their mouth on my clit and just playing with the ear. Like that hole, you know, just like
Your clit's
like
not a
ear
hole.
play. My clit has
Your clit's not a
okay,
hole.
Fine.
Your clit's not a
Wide
hole.
mouth over the clit and vaginal area, like a limp, like a barnacle.
That's quite a reach up though for them to get to your ear.
bananas.
I know they'd have to have really long arms
That
or a
is
device.
crazy choice.
A device.
A device. What, like one of those little fingers, like little hands on the
Oh, actually,
sticks?
no. I'll have 2 people.
Or like a foam finger.
Like a foam thing.
Let's go, Viking.
Me just losing my mind, body out of control.
Gosh. What is
Which
your
2
depression
holes do you-
plan?
Oh,
No,
okay.
I'm not answering that question.
That's a shame. I like to answer on behalf of Catherine.
No.
I'm gonna say
No.
mouth because you do like
Helen.
making out.
How do you know?
I'm gonna say mouth and rimming.
You don't know anything about me is what I've realised. You,
I've
you
seen
don't
you
think
make
I can
out.
swim. And
We're not revisiting it, Catherine,
is
unless you
crazy.
tell me you want me to get you one of these because I might have one in my bag in your size.
oh god, you didn't
I don't know.
And not that I don't love it. Not
Yeah,
that I
please.
wouldn't be thrilled.
Okay,
but you must
depression
give it to Emma
plan.
Black instead. Sorry, depression plan.
Emma Black would love this. Shout out Emma Black.
Shout
we
out
love
Emma
you.
Black. Whew, we found some common ground again.
Okay. I've already got remember I bought for you last year the vitamin D spray that goes straight into your system.
Yes.
Locked up on that. I got some CBD, like not gummies, but like from Holland and Barrett. And like, they're amazing. It doesn't necessarily force me to go to sleep, but I am sleeping the whole night through.
Right.
Consistently. Like,
When
I
you
am
say,
waking
what are they,
up.
like boiled sweets? Like,
No, it's just a sweet. It's like a capsule sweet from Holland and Barrett.
Okay.
But like a tablet. But like, it
So
makes you...
So sorry, just to clarify.
Hello.
You're taking CBD tablets.
Mm-hmm.
The heating is up on 100 in September.
Well, it's on 2 in my room. Mine's quite low.
Okay, the heating's on in September. You're taking CBD. You have a hot water bottle by your feet. Is your depression,
And magnesium.
Is your depression plan to just sleep through the winter? Is it hibernation? Is it to wear that fleece till
I'm a
till
bear.
March?
I'm a bear. I'm going full bear this winter. I'm hibernating.
Yeah, okay. What else does the plan involve?
Okay,
Vitamins?
when I can, I'm walking places instead of like jumping on tubes and buses.
Right.
So like leaving earlier. And then also like in the morning, like this morning, I was like, okay, I've got to be there at this time, but I'm going to go a little bit earlier, sit outside, have a coffee, like in town, just to get some sort of daylight on my face.
Yes.
If not, do the sad lamp. I've got like a vitamin C serum just to like be a little bit healthier. And then I'm buying like nice fruit, tangerines, but like I went to M&S and got some. And ran into Jenny Eclair. Hello, Jenny Eclair. Never met her before. We were next to each other paying. And I was like, are you Jenny Eclair? And she was like, yes. And I was like, that's mad. I just got an email with your name in it because I just did.
I thought
And
you
then
were
we had
like,
a
I just
lovely
bought this
gab.
Eclair.
We had a lovely gab. It was great. We live literally like 8 doors away from each other.
That's
Isn't that
nice.
mad?
That's nice.
Yeah. I hope she's going to... I asked her to come on the podcast.
Oh, that's good. You got to check those things with me, but it turns out I like her.
Okay, yay! But like really nice tangerines and satsumas. I'm going to be like trying to get as much of that vitamin stuff in
So
me
the
as
plan
possible.
is stay sort of drowsy and spend your cash.
Sort of, I guess.
Fab.
But I'm also like, I'm not getting it. That's the main mantra.
Yeah, okay, great.
I'm not getting it.
I'm not getting it.
I'm not
getting it.
getting it.
I won't have
That's
it.
for the mentally weak. And I
Wow, what a plan.
am mentally strong.
Sort of a toxic bear.
Like a toxic
A toxic
bear.
bougie bear.
Can I tell you something really sad?
Another thing or a new thing?
I learned today.
Oh, go on.
Have you heard about bear baiting?
Oh, God. Oh, God. No, I haven't heard about bear baiting. What is
Okay,
it?
1600s.
Is this a gay thing?
Is it, Andrew?
No, it's a horrible animal cruelty thing.
No!
It's awful. In the 1600s,
Right. Where did you learn this?
Evil Genius
Yeah,
recording.
Okay, got you.
Bear baiting,
Right.
they'd get a bear and then they'd annoy it so much that a dog would come and fight it, and then the bear and the dog would fight, and then people would just watch it for fun. Isn't that awful?
That's horrendous.
Isn't that awful?
I
And
hate that
was
my first thought was Married at First Sight. I was like, are we doing the same thing? No, that's really bad.
bear baiting.
Yings.
Awful.
Yikes.
No, shocking. But that's just what it was like back then. 1600s would not go in there.
Used to do
No.
cockfighting as well.
They used to do cockfighting, but more than cockfighting.
That still happens, right?
Yes, yeah, no, yeah. Hopefully.
What
not
is
in the
this
UK.
incredibly depressing section of the podcast? What are we calling this?
History corner.
I don't know.
They also used to throw weighted sticks at chickens.
Weighted.
Eh?
Weighted sticks at chickens. They'd call it like chuck at the cock or something like that. And they awful.
That
awful.
feels like a gay thing.
Chuck at
That's
the
a
cock.
gay thing.
Is that
Come
a gay
on.
thing, Andrew?
Yeah.
Come
Chuck
on.
at the cock.
Come on. Behave yourself.
Isn't that crazy? Like people, and then
That half
around
fact
that,
you just kind of remembered.
so then,
I guess it's crazy.
and then if they weren't doing that, it was just like, well, let's just go to the beheading then. Like they did nothing to do. Awful.
What I love is you've come from another podcast recording where you've covered these things in depth with, I assume, some expert insight also on the
Yes.
podcast.
Yeah.
And you've sort of half remembered and told us it on a different podcast.
In a sort of harrowing, apropos of nothing scenario.
It's hard when you're doing many podcasts in a day to
That is
separate
such
them.
a 2024 problem. My thing is I'm doing too many different podcasts in one day. Oh my God. I have to hear about how Scotland was. You went for a week.
Charmed.
The depths of, I've done this tour as well. So
Yeah.
we're not just talking the major cities. We're talking,
Aberdeen.
yes,
Inverness,
Yes.
Ayr,
Yes.
Edinburgh and Glasgow.
How was it? How do they like Helen Bauer?
Everywhere was fine apart from Aberdeen.
Tell me
Like,
everything.
you know when it's just like xenophobia?
Yeah.
And like,
Do you mean towards the English?
yeah,
Oh, for God's sake.
it still counts as xenophobia.
I don't know
Like,
that it
the
does.
MC went on, he's Scottish, and he was like, give me a cheer if you're from further afield than Aberdeen. Whole crowd. It's like, okay, it's like, so we're all from Aberdeen. They were like, aye. And then
You were annoyed that Scottish places had Scottish
there was
people.
no
in
English in, and then I was like, yeah, really annoyed. And then I was like, oh God, oh God, oh God. And then like, it was just like, the gig was fine. I was like, I'm English. And the first comedian, do you know Stuart McPherson? He's so funny.
Yes.
He did a bit about being a mouth breather. And you know, I've got a bit about being a mouth
Yeah.
breather, but I didn't do it. But I was like, well, I'm English and a mouth breather. And they were like, ugh. And I was like, give me a fucking chance. And then I
I
came
can't
off.
believe they didn't warm to you immediately.
And then I went downstairs to the toilet. And you know when you're just like, something's not right. Wait, what's that from?
Wait, is this a toilet story?
Miss Clavel from Madeline. Something is not right. Hello?
I don't know that I know that person, but also sorry.
Miss Clavel, le duc orange, le duc Hélène even.
No, je sais pas. Désolé.
You've not seen the film Madeline?
Not in like 30 years.
Oh yeah, me neither. I'll be mad to watch it religiously. Okay.
No, but wait, is this about to be a toilet story?
No.
Okay.
I just happened to be in the toilet and I was like, something's not right. And then like all the comedians and everyone was upstairs and I'd already been on. But I was waiting to the end of the show. So like had a little nose around and I was like, something feels off.
Is
and
this
I
a
went
ghost
upstairs
story?
and they were all
For
talking
fuck's
about ghosts. And I literally went upstairs and I went, are you talking about ghosts? And they were like, yeah. And I was like, I am not joking. I just felt that downstairs. And then I was too scared to go out for a cigarette to get someone to come with me because I couldn't do it. And it was just like, you know when you know. You know when you
don't know when you know.
Like just that feeling of
No.
something like something cold like behind your like
A breeze.
drafts, not just a breeze, Catherine.
You just said a draft. That's a
Sort
synonym
of like
for
but like a body.
there was a cold body behind
And
you.
a woman in a bonnet
Behaving
rocking.
It is spooky season. This I'm excited
I
about.
thought it would work.
This I'm really excited about. I'm making a autumnal wreath. I have leaves drying at the
Great.
moment. Very excited about it. Took Ellen to collect leaves with me, and she said things like, "I'm bored," but I was having a lovely time because, as you know, I was trying to fill time, and it was something to do. And
Wait,
my
how
housemate,
big is the wreath gonna be?
the size of a wire hanger stretched into a circle.
Oh my god, I love this.
Yeah, really, really easy to make, really
Berries?
cute. No, just colour blocked leaves with a big bow.
You know, I've got a robin that can be attached by wire to like a Christmas tree.
That's
Do you want to
cute.
borrow it?
That feels Christmas wreath to me.
Okay.
And we're
yeah.
going sort of autumnal Halloween.
like a crow, a raven.
Yeah, or like a pumpkin question mark. But little Charlie Clive has put gorgeous velvet pumpkins all over our house, and it's so
Oh my
cute. And then Serena made us a spiced corn soup the other night, and I'm feeling very like family vibes, like autumn
Like a
sort of.
corn chowder.
Exactly, a corn cheddar. It was unreal. I actually will ask her for the recipe because it was so
I actually
good.
want that recipe.
And she did crispy onions and spring onions on the top. It was divine.
This sounds so
Yeah, it
good.
was actually banging. It was so, and then she served it with blue corn tortilla chips.
Yes.
Delicious. It was actually spectacular. That was probably the highlight of my week. That soup was so good. Shout out Serena.
Your whole house is just like the corn kid. You know, like, it's corn.
Yeah, honestly, we were. We genuinely were. It's actually, we're all having very wholesome vibes. I came in from my gig last night and Ellen was painting in the library, and I was like, by the way, that makes it sound like our house is deranged. It is.
It is literally the
Yeah.
most deranged house
It's
of all
so
time.
wild, and we're very lucky to get to rent it, but it's like, it is like probably a house for 6 people that 4 of us are renting.
Mm-hmm.
And so I have an office that we call the library. Even
With
though
colour-coded
even though
books.
it's not color-coded books, because I put them in color coding and Ellen put them back
As a prank.
as a hilarious prank.
Ha ha ha.
Ha 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 ha.
Ha 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 ha.
Anyway, she was painting in there. It was very beautiful and wholesome, and everyone's done like a clothes clear out. We're all feeling
Stop
very
it.
like 'tis spooky season. But yes,
See, I
what was
want to live
saying?
with girls again.
That would be cute, but you will miss Sunil.
But he's the first time I've ever lived with like. Actually, no, I did live with 3 guys in Germany for a hot minute.
Yikes! I don't.
So I
think that's
have
right.
done male house shares. Actually, it was really fun.
To
Shout out
call
to the
that a
boys.
male house share is so funny. I've done male house shares.
Well, my friends at the time
those
called
are the choices: male or female house shares.
we called it German New Girl. Like I was with, like 3 dudes, and then I sort of
Fun.
came in, and they were like all old friends.
Oh,
And then it was
God.
just like me, just like, Hallöchen.
Is this like when you shared that bedroom with one of them?
No. With my cousin, I shared a bed for a
Who
year.
was the guy that we met in Melbourne who was doing the like?
Iman.
Did you share a bedroom with him?
Yes.
Yes,
in
you,
Germany.
You did share a room with a
Yeah.
man.
I did.
He
I
said
did.
you cried so much, and he would just bring you chocolate all the time.
Yeah, I was in such. This is before I was mentally strong. I was mentally weak. I was going through a depression, and I lived with a really lush guy called Iman,
He's so
and
nice.
we shared. He's so cute. We shared a room together at my friend's place,
Oh, wow.
and I was like so miserable all the time, and I was
How
just
long
like
did you share a room
crying.
for?
Maybe like 3-4 months.
How old were you both?
I think he was like 34, 33, and I was 26, 25.
What a wild life you've led.
I know. It's weird, isn't it, when you say it out loud like that?
Yeah. Wow. Goodness me. I reckon just
yeah.
if you have to get a housemate, just like they'll definitely. It's a 2-bedroom flatty you're thinking of buying, is it?
I would love, like the one that I've had an offer set to is 2 bedrooms, so I'm really hoping.
Oh my God. Good luck, Helen. That's
But
so
I want to live with,
exciting.
I want girly whirly vibes. Like I'm missing Emma Black so much.
You
I think
do
'cause
need
she's
a-
been on the phone
Is
so
there
much
anyone
recently.
you could ask? Do you know any girly whirlies who are looking to live
There's
somewhere?
loads of people that will need somewhere who
Just
with a
email into the
reasonable
podcast
rent.
if you're
Yeah.
looking for somewhere to live. Helen's looking for a housemate.
But I still haven't decided, like, if I get it, what my landlady style is going to be. Like, I think I might, part of me is
When
like,
you talk about being a landlord, it actually makes me hate you. So let's not ruin our lovely. We've just gotten back on track.
I don't know, I kind of want to be like a really insane contract, you know? Like, and like they pay my entire mortgage.
That is, I honestly, I know
I
you're
like the-
joking, but it makes me
Sorry.
hate you. Like, it makes me think you're disgusting.
I like the like so insane, even though that's practically what all the rental
That's
market
all
is.
I
Oh,
Yeah, yeah. I think you could just be nice.
Yeah, I
and
could.
charge your friend a reasonable rate because you own the property.
100%. Can't believe I might own a
And because they'd
property.
have to live in a mad themed house.
Could you believe that I might own a property by the end of the year? Isn't that so silly?
You know, it's amazing, and you're very, very lucky, and you
I
also
know,
deserve it.
I know.
We're both. It's both things. It's like both
It's crazy
incredibly
though.
fortunate, and also you've worked really hard for it.
Oh my God.
And I'm proud of
Agrabah.
you. But also, how
Agrabah.
mad is it that like most people can't? I just still can't. The system's so broken. Like I still can't get my head around the fact
So
that like
broken.
most of us who like work full-time jobs. I don't know. Like most people I know who work a full-time job can't get it's like crazy.
Yeah.
How is that the system?
It's just where we can, like,
But I'm very pleased for you, and I'm
it's that
excited
London
for you.
thing of like you just can't live in what we would describe as London. Like you'd have to like go further out for most people, which just sort of makes it like then you're being absolutely fucked over by the trains. Like,
And
do you
people
know
always
how
say that,
much
so
a
it's such a-
single tube journey, like or a
It's
day
crazy.
train travel
It's
ticket on
crazy.
the tube is? It's like £18.
But also when people are like, oh, just move outside of London or like towards, you're like, what that actually translates for people is like, just leave your community, just leave your family.
Oh,
your community.
great! It's like, well, let's all go live in Kent.
Do you know, like,
You know,
mm.
no,
No,
I
although-
won't live there.
Although Kent is surprisingly beautiful
No,
when you go, but I don't want to
Catherine,
live there, obviously.
The absolute state of them, all those St George's flags, and it's not St George's Day. It is insane.
Okay, but also if you're on Patreon from Kent, thank you so much for joining us.
Oh my God, and the Garden of
amazing,
England.
Thank you so much. We love it there. Helen,
Hops, strawberries, and women.
our 3 favorite things.
No,
Oh,
isn't
Put
that
that
the
on the
Dickens? That's
tagline.
the Dickens quote about
No,
Kent.
those
isn't
are our
it?
3 favorite things.
Yes,
The end.
I'm in Kent this weekend actually. I'm in Faversham. Sorry, just to jump in with a tour plug.
We love
Faversham.
Faversham.
Beautiful. Faversham actually is beautiful.
Damn it! Sorry. Yes, I'm sure it is.
So yeah, standuphandra.com/tour. Get Faversham tickets. Thank you.
That's my guy. Way to find that in. Should we answer a listener problem?
Please.
Yes. Before a problem, I've actually got 2 updates.
Go on. 2 people have just moved to Kent.
And we're so happy for you.
Amazing.
Well, this is actually sort of in relation to your depression plan. This is from Josh,
Hi, Joshy.
who says, "Hiya, Helen. I think you might have
Does
mentioned."
Josh want full name?
Yeah. This isn't like a problem or anything. It's just a
Okay.
bit of information.
Okay.
Because you said you didn't get anything from mushroom drops. You weren't affected by
No.
mushrooms. But apparently SSRIs and psilocybin, antidepressants, both work on your serotonin system and counteract mushroom effects. So if you're on antidepressants, you might not feel the effects or need a much higher dose of
So I need
mushrooms.
to come off the antidepressants.
No, I think maybe just don't.
To come off them is what I'm hearing.
But we're not
Okay.
going to feel the effects of psilocybin unless we go mega hard. So what we need to do is loads of mushrooms.
Yes, I guess that is the takeaway. Did you see the guy that had loads
Episode 200.
Episode 200. Oh my God, can we do
actually,
that?
episode 200 is already planned. Sorry,
Why?
because I planned it.
No, you did not.
I planned it already. Sorry.
Wait. I have to pass all my
Nope.
ideas for the special episodes through Catherine to get them approved.
Yeah, it's already planned.
I've done the. No.
I planned it with Andrew. We've already planned it. Sorry, you can't.
Did you do what I asked? Did you get the medium to talk to Diana?
I can't stress enough how much
Did
we're
you?
not doing what you
That's not
said, and
real.
we're not doing.
Could
checking
you
with
imagine though if we contacted Diana on this podcast?
Helen, I'm not telling you what's happening on episode 200.
The Queen's up there too. Let's have a discussion.
She's not up there.
She might be.
She's down there.
I don't know.
And you
God's,
know
God's a royalist if ever I met one.
Is he fuck?
God's a royalist.
Is he fuck?
100%.
Not for a female leader, please. Come on. It's a male triad if ever I saw one. Go on, Andrew.
Our next update is from V, who emailed in very recently about whether they should meet up with their ex-husband.
Oh my God, yes,
and
in
the,
New
the
York.
partner was not that
Yeah.
comfortable
In
with
New
that.
York.
Yes.
Oh, no, the partner was fine with it, but they
That's
didn't
it.
know what to do.
This was John's week.
It
John
was, yes,
Topfield,
it was. It
yes.
was only 2 weeks ago.
God, I love John
V
Topfield.
says, "Thank you so much for my advice. I decided that I was going to meet up with him, and even though I was incredibly nervous, I was confident in my decision.
I knew
We
she
both
would.
immediately burst into tears and hugged upon seeing each other, both completely overwhelmed with emotion. I was worried it'd be awkward, but I felt very at ease, and we had a lovely conversation and catch up. We both recognised that whilst there will always be a bit of sadness for us in our marriage not working out, it was actually the best thing for both of us. I had a really significant realisation towards the end of the meeting, and I think in order to cope with the way our relationship had ended, I'd convinced myself that the relationship had been insignificant. I created that coping strategy by convincing myself that I was young and stupid and married a guy that I didn't love. But meeting him again made me realise that was all rubbish. The reality is I was really in love with him, and he was really in love with me. But it just didn't work out, and that's actually fine. Because neither of us would be who we are now without it. We both are in relationships, have had children, and he's coming round to have dinner with my family next weekend."
This is so
Yeah.
like this is supposed to be best case scenario. and
That's
also,
so nice.
what a testament to you and your ex-husband. The maturity level is there to be able to do that and be able to be nostalgic with each other and to have I think the hardest thing in life is to let go of wrongs or to let go of feelings and just sort of be like, it's okay, these things happen.
I
but,
don't know. I've never done it, but I imagine
I've never done
it's
it, but I
very
want to.
difficult.
I
No,
think
that
it's so
sounds
healthy.
so hard.
And good for them.
Yes. No, you wouldn't catch it, but well done.
Wait, I've missed something, haven't I?
There's just no world in which I could do it, but I really respect it. I'm like, that's amazing for other people.
It is.
That's sick for someone else.
Great job,
That's
V.
so important as long as it's not me. Well done, them and only them.
How do you let go? I asked my therapist that once.
What did she say?
She was like, it is primarily a lot of talking through it to the point where it just doesn't feel like a big thing and overwhelms you each time. It's just processing.
I do think that you can work something out enough that it doesn't
Yeah.
bother you anymore. But just like letting it go, I'm not for it.
I don't think you can
No,
just let
not
something
for.
go. It's just and everyone's processing speeds with each thing is slightly different. It's like a download.
You actually have to have processed it. You can't let it go if it's still on. Yeah. But even then, I'm just like,
But there must be a spot we can like push really hard on our heads that like deletes it. You know,
if
like
only, if only.
like a little.
That'd be amazing. But
Sorry,
nothing else.
Andrew. We'd love a problem.
No, I was enjoying that little diversion.
Thank you so much.
I liked your facial expression.
I did a
Eddie
funny face,
Andrew.
Catherine. Do you want to see it?
Yeah. Oh, that is good.
Do a funny one.
Will you do that? Your cat's bum, please. It makes me laugh.
We've not done this on this.
No.
You did it on the live show.
This is Helen's impression of a cat's bum. You'll have to watch it on YouTube to see.
This camera?
Yeah, off you go. Every time it gets me, Em looks so disgusted.
I don't know if that got caught on mic.
Every time it gets me, I love it so much. I love it so
I do my
much.
snail.
Please do your snail.
This is such good audio.
Yeah,
I
please,
love
please
it.
do subscribe to our YouTube.
Please do join us on
YouTube.com/TrustyHogs.
Please do. Come on, do it. Off you go.
I would love to audio describe it, but just it's a snail. Just picture a snail.
I don't know why it kills me so much, but it
Because
does.
she's only little and she's very sweet.
It's very fun. It's
very
very fun.
Well, now
The
we'll do a problem.
Andrew.
Yes, yeah, sorry.
Yes, please.
This is a problem from Elle.
Hi, Elle Woods.
You
yes,
wish.
this is from Elle Woods. No, of course it's not. She's a fictional character.
Okay, Andrew, you really got your hopes up and then had to crush them yourself.
Sorry, I
was like,
really did.
No, of course it's not. She's a fictional character.
She's real in our hearts and minds, Andrew.
Thank you, yes. Hey, Hogs. First off, thank you all for being so unabashedly funny. You make my hour-long commute to work bearable.
You're welcome.
That is so nice. But
very
I
sweet.
love that you think it's a choice. We're just naturally like this. We could never, ever be abashedly anything.
No,
Can one be abashedly?
I don't really know.
I guess if you can be unabashedly.
So like no shamelessly. does it mean?
Bashfully, isn't it?
Oh, that makes more sense, yeah.
Does it
Yeah.
mean shamelessly?
We're not
Shamelessly, yeah.
bashful.
No,
No.
God no.
No.
I'm sneezy. He's a little dwarf.
And
like.
I am grumpy.
It's
yeah.
good stuff.
Go on.
So here is my dilemma. I won an Alumni Achievement Award from my alma mater for my dedication to an annual event I co-run to help raise funds and awareness for pediatric cancer.
Whoa.
That is so many things in one sentence.
Yes.
But okay, I think I'm with you.
So, yes, they run a regular event and they won an award for that.
Good for you. Congrats.
I'm deeply thankful for the recognition. However, I am woefully unprepared. There's a whole big ceremony planned, and I have to provide a biography and prepare a speech. What really made me spiral, though, is the fact that my fellow award recipients are much more successful, both personally and professionally, than I am. That old adage, comparison is the thief of joy, is really knocking the wind out of my sails at the moment. How do I craft a speech that doesn't lean into my default setting of using self-deprecating humour as a defence mechanism? Thank you for your help and keep being awesome. Sincerely, Elle.
First of all, congratulations, okay? Because at the end of the day, you're not the one that gets to pick who gets the awards. They've given it to you as well as these other people, which means that you are in the mix with them first and foremost. Your personal feelings did not get involved in who wins this thing, and you have won one of these awards, and that's amazing. Now over to Catherine.
Yeah, it's tricky, isn't it? Because, like, I do think awards are silly, but in this regard, it is about an actual thing that you did. So, like, it's not about your CV. It's about having actively contributed to this event, which you've all done equally sufficient for them to give you the award. So I think you have earned it.
100%.
And I'm not really sure why other achievements are relevant to it. I think, like, this is specific to a thing and you deserve this. So let that sink in as much as you can. I also think that without being self-deprecating, you can say a flip side rather than going like, and I think a way of thinking about it as well is rather than going like, oh God, all these people are so much better than me, I'm not good enough. You could be like, I'm really grateful and it feels so significant and exciting to be in this group of people because they are what I aspire to be, and it's inspiring and exciting to be amongst them. And I think, like, I do think you're only ever as good as the best thing you can see, and I think, like, being around people who are on your exact same level all the time or who haven't achieved as much as you have might feel safer, but it's not necessarily going to inspire you. And I think that's exciting to be around people who are, like, often doing more exciting and more impressive things than you. I feel like that's a lot of what we do, is being around people who are, like, doing things that we would love to be able to do. And part of it's very easy to be like, oh, comparison's a thief of joy. But I think, like, similarity is the thief of imagination. Like, your capacity to sense what you could do is informed by who's around you, and this is so exciting to be amidst all of these people, and I think you can say that. I also think you can give credit in your speech to people who you feel like have done lots to contribute to this thing that you built together, which is so exciting. I think that's something that is useful about awards, is like, apropos of of very little, it's hard to kind of thank and acknowledge people who have done the work, and I'm sure there are people who have been unseen in this endeavor who haven't been given the award, and you can definitely refer to them. That's exciting.
Or do a revenge speech is also an option.
Oh my God, or do a
to
revenge
those who
speech
didn't believe in me. Like,
to the kids who had cancer who I didn't even like but helped.
There we go.
There
That's
you
a
go.
great example.
Like,
of
were
a
there any
revenge
bratty
speech.
kids with pediatric cancer? That's not talked about enough.
I do think you're going to want to have a couple of different speech options. So, like, if you're not first up, means that people might go on and might do speeches being like, and this achievement, like before they bring them up. Like definitely have a couple of funny achievements in your purse. Like just like the time you got a 10-meter swimming certificate, the time you jumped off.
Which Helen won't believe, by the way, unless she's seen it.
I will fucking prove. I do think probably a couple of jokes would be good. If not, just start crying. People let you off then, don't they? Just I've wanted this since I was a child.
I don't think I'd cry. I think
no, maybe not then.
I do think it's tricky to joke about this particular topic. I think
No, there's loads of jokes in it. Star signs, like, what are you, a Cancer? And they'll be like Aries, and it's like,
Do you think this person who's nervous about making a speech should do crowd work?
Probably a bit. Just to loosen up the audience.
Gosh, interesting.
Just to loosen them up.
I think keep it short, keep it simple. Thank the people who've gone unacknowledged, and say how exciting it is to be amidst the people who are around you. And then enjoy your fucking evening, because you're not there by accident.
Or do we remember Mean Girls?
No,
when
don't break up the fucking
Katie Heron wins prom queen,
Like
right?
Adele did with the Grammy.
And then what?
Adele split her Grammy in.
Did she?
Yeah, because of Beyonce.
Oh, damn it. Adele copied Katie Heron. Okay, but then like you tear it into pieces and you hand it out to like everyone.
Don't do that.
No.
And a
Don't
piece for
do
you,
that.
Glen Coco. You go, Glen Coco.
Don't do
and
that.
then it's just an option. I'm just giving other
I don't
options
think
out
you should
there.
do that.
Okay, fine. Don't
You
do
can
that.
tell we've landed on the perfect solution when Catherine finishes a sentence and then Helen goes, or do the thing right before the or.
And maybe
a celebratory dance. You don't have to say anything if you're nervous of public speaking. You get given the award. And then remember that new dance routine? I learned the new move I got before Edinburgh. I'll show you. Remember this one?
Are you about to floss?
Oh, yeah.
What is that, Helen?
Go, Helen.
Is that a two-step?
Oh, yeah.
Yikes.
And then you just do like a dance.
I don't think so.
And then the worm.
Mm-hmm.
Actually, I do back the worm.
Yeah?
That'd be fucking wild. Yeah, I think to say nothing and exclusively worm. I actually 100. And then could you get footage of that and send that to us? Actually, just as like an update.
Yeah.
And you have to do that thing where when you go on, when you give them the award, be like, it's so much heavier than I thought. Like, just prove that you're like, I'm
well,
tiny.
Really?
People love doing that. Like, if you notice that they get handed the award, they're like, oh.
I've never lifted anything in my life. Okay, yeah, no, I reckon worm.
Yeah.
Forget what I said.
Or.
No, we're done.
Yeah.
I entertained one. We're
Okay.
done. Yeah, that's you.
Just
No.
no.
Thank you.
End
Thank you
of
for
episode?
listening.
Okay,
Well, listen, in the extras, we're going to talk about my obsession with maths, my obsession with another television show that is arguably a better dating show. Oh, you're going to lose your mind. And
I want to talk about an Instagrammer that I am obsessed with right now.
okay, is it me?
Sophie
Thanks
T.
so much. Oh,
Sophie T. Anyone watching her?
we'll talk about it on the extras.
Awesome.
Talk about
Okay,
the
okay,
extras.
okay.
And I will tell you about gigging in Dublin.
Please.
Yeah.
We'll
Yeah.
see you in the extras.
See you in the extras.
Bye.
Bye. Oh, and quick, get down to Primark if before they sell.
Oh, fuck off. Just end it. Thank you so much to our executive producers. You keep the podcast going. You keep me in
Seriously,
high
thank you
fashion.
so much.
Seriously, thank you so much.
No, actually, thank you
No,
so
but
much. No, but
seriously.
genuinely, thank you. Sweet Jesus, I don't think we could do it without
So
you.
let's just give like the biggest shout out ever.
Yeah.
Babes of our life. I'm gonna get emotional. Simon Moores, Guy Goodman, Annie Thomas, Stefanie Catracchia, Oliver Jago, Anthony Conway, Neil Redmond, Madeline Quinne, and Sadie Cashmore.
Woo!
It's a good list.
They're legends.
And here is our amazing producers.
Thank you to our producers, Elle, Richard Bold, Rachel Page, Helen A, Abbie Worf, Luke Bright, Kate, KC, Ezra Peregrine, Anthony, Sophie Chivers, Becky Fox, Tim and Dom, Raia Fink, Cordelia, Amy O'Riordan, Taz, Charley A, Carey Seuthe, Dean Michael, Bryn, Jam Rainbird, Tamsin Smith Harding, Claire Owen-Jones, Harald van Dijk, David Walker, Jess Nick, Rachel R, Sarah and Molly, Tina Linsey, Leah Overend, Hannah J, Chloe and Liz Ford. Thank you all
Thank you.
so much. Thank you.